I, Hans Christian Andersen, returned to Earth in year 2129, as the book tells, by Henrik S. Holck. I will read myself from that book, how I am exhibited in Zoological Garden, and how my dreadful destiny goes on in that future novel. I cannot swallow the food with all these hungry eyes in my neck, I said across the pâté. I had an acute bout of food disgust. Instead, I now wanted to talk a little, and perhaps get some answers to a number of urgent questions. You say that these people are out of fashion. What does that really mean? I asked, and added, how can they go out of fashion when they have no clothes on them? Fashion has to be expressed with clothing, to be measured, or is it simply attitudes and behavior we are looking for? Oh no, laughed Miss Alive, they have indeed had clothes on them. You should have seen them with their old rags. It was really quite comical. They looked quite old-fashioned in addition. They didn't know the fashion at all. Really funny. Why then, now without clothes? I eagerly asked. Because it amuses the audience much better just at the moment, Miss Alive said jubilantly. The blonde had made me silent. The girls, I believe, wasn't very wise or emotional, intelligent, nor intellectual capable. In any case, this Alice Alive seemed to be glacial and blunt. They just kept on sucking on the ice cream dessert while turning their eyes innocently upwards in their immature manner, probably in order to make me feel like a fool. It came to me that they may be devoid of ability to distinguish in a moral manner. Perhaps they were in reality no longer themselves, if at any time they had been. I remembered Hans Christian Andersen calling them angels. Ironically, just now they rather seemed to be occupied by a vicious spirit. Yes, across the spot was occupied with evil. Are you not even afraid to go out of fashion? The one of them asked me. She knew perfectly well how it annoyed me that she was saying you to me. Is the Lord not afraid to go out of fashion? Sophie repeated for her differing friend. Now sparks fly, I thought. That idea I hadn't considered until now. No, I stammered, I do not hope so. Meanwhile, I discovered to my great sadness that my jacket sat in a strange way. All too short, my sleeves didn't reach to the wrist. The white tie was discolored with violet red wines, and my shirt had no equality with those all the other guests went around with. I seemed to be striking old-fashioned, to be separate from the majority. My eyes looked reluctantly down along my trousers, and registered they were like a flag at half-mast, like if they had been strung in a tank with boiling Niagara water. In fact, I discovered that the one sock was red, the other black, and white streaky. Again I took a deep breath. Alice Alive said to Sophie, "Well, see how he is fighting for breath. Now he tries to bring together his forces. The pitiful Hull." "What about yourself?" I replied with all of my offensive strength, but immediately felt ashamed over my primitive response and attempt to enforcing disharmony. At the same time, since I have recalled Bertha von Suttner's famous and wise words on war mechanics in her book Down with the Arms, I recited her wise words. "Two countries sings a continuing two-voice song. My arms are defensive, your arms are offensive. I must equip, because you equips, equips I. Therefore we both equips, and will continue to prepare our arms." And the newspapers put music to this lovely song.